Hey, Owen. I just finished with all the paperwork at the nursing home. Your mom has been safely admitted without trouble. She says she likes her room.
Okay. You must be glad she's not your responsibility anymore. You can live without burden.
Why do you say things like that?
It's true, though. Without her at home, you'll have nothing to do. Now you get to be a bored, full-time housewife.
There are a lot of things I have to do around the house as a housemaker. Besides, I will be visiting her every week.
Well, obviously. Still, it's so much better than taking care of her at home 24/7.
You're right. But I don't make it sound like you did anything for her. I took care of her, not you.
Excuse me? You live off what I make it work. I have the right to say whatever I want.
You may. But I don't think you understand anything about taking care of an elderly at home. The past 5 years have been really hard for me.
Yeah, right. I don't think you understand how hard it is to work for your family day and night. Don't be so full of yourself just because you took care of my mom.
I'm not being full of myself.
Yes, you are. It means you think you're better if you talk back to me. But you don't get to do that. Not when you don't even make a penny.
If it were a job to take care of your mom, I would have made a lot by now.
Give me a break, woman. You know nothing about making money or caregiving. See, this is why I hate talking to housewives. None of you have a sense of professionalism.
I will gladly work again. Think about it. Your mom is in a nursing home now. The kids are in college. If you think I'll be bored, then I will find a job.
You? Work? This is hilarious. How long has it been since you last had a job? Why on earth do you think you'll be of any use for any kind of job?
You don't know that. It's true I haven't worked in a while, but it doesn't mean I have never worked. Surely there is something out there I can do.
Don't embarrass yourself. You think you can do these things, but you can't. And no one would hire an old woman like you.
I think I would be able to find something at nursing homes. Perhaps as a housekeeper in the facility, or even a caregiver. I do have hands-on experience with your mother.
You're not even trained. Anyone can take care of their family in their own home. And I think you are forgetting that you have to do your own housekeeping. Will you do all the chores perfectly? Without any compromise?
I think I can if I only work part-time. I have taken care of your mom while I do all the housework, so I don't think it's impossible.
Well, it is impossible. Once you start working, you'll end up doing overtime because of this and that and blah, 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 blah. I can easily imagine you slacking on chores. Wait a minute. Are you saying you want to get a job because you don't want to do housework?
What? No, Owen.
I'm probably right. Or you just want cash now that you have time to play around.
You really don't trust me, do you? I'm only suggesting to work because you keep saying I live off of what you make. If you don't like paying everything for me, then I'm saying I am happy to provide for myself.
Nothing good comes out of women with money. You know, just keep your mouth shut and do as I say. You won't find any job anyway. No one will want you.
Sure, whatever.
It's best for a woman to stand behind her husband and do as he says. Try not to piss me off, especially now that you're old and worthless. Erica, where the hell is my lunch?
It's in the fridge. Do you not see it?
You're making me warm my own food?
Yes? I hope you don't mind me to do that for you.
Why the hell do I have to do a chore on a day off? It's your damn job to have food ready so that I can eat it as soon as I want it!
I told you I was seeing your mother today. I specifically told you that you'll be eating on your own if you're not visiting her with me. How am I supposed to warm your food while being at her nursing home, huh?
I'll not eat such cold food!
That's what microwaves are for. Do you not know how to use it?
I should be your priority, not my mother! Why the hell did you not prepare my food before you went off to see her?
The food that is in front of you right now, see it? I made that for you before I left. I put it in the fridge so that it stays fresh. Now, all you need to do is put it in the microwave and warm it up for a couple of minutes. You know, if you can't even do that, you are going to have a lot of trouble in the future.
Why the hell would I have any trouble?
You don't know if I'll be around forever. Anything could happen to me. What are you going to do then? You should stop being dependent on me.
What, dependent on you? Who the hell makes money to put food on your table?
You do.
If you know that, why can't you listen to what I say? How many times do I have to tell you? You always forget anything I say in seconds. You're dumber than a chicken.
It's not that I don't understand that you pay for me. I'm just worried for you. You don't know what life has in store for you.
Sure I do. I have nothing to worry about as long as you do as I say. And that includes you not getting sick while I'm alive. You will manage your health so that you can take care of me and do your role.
Owen, you know I can't control everything. I could end up with a terminal illness or get hit by a car tomorrow. Stop acting like a child.
You're the one disobeying me like a child. Why won't you listen to me? Just come home now!
What? Even if I leave now, it will take me an hour to get home.
I said come home!
You would rather wait an hour than use the microwave for a couple of minutes? The food is right in front of you.
You need to do your job.
Owen, seriously?
I have never been more serious. I'm telling you that you need to complete the task you are required of.
I can't come home just yet. I have a meeting about your mother with the caregivers in the afternoon. You will have to warm your food by yourself.
You still want to argue with me?
I really prefer not to.
What is wrong with you? You can't have an attitude with me. I'll kick you out of the house. In fact, I don't have a problem if you don't come home at all.
I'm sorry, but no matter what you say, I can't come home at the moment. I have my obligations to your mother and caregivers too. I will not spare it to warm your food. If you don't want to warm it yourself, then you will have to wait for me to come home after the meeting.
I said, come home now! I'm serious! You've pissed me off badly, Erica! If you don't come home now, your life is over. Are you there? Hello? Reply to me, bitch! Erica, how long are you gonna refuse to do your job? You need to do the chores.
I have not refused. You don't see it, but I've actually done some housework so that the house doesn't become dump.
Some housework? Give me a break! Cleaning is not the only work you need to do. You don't wake me in the morning, don't even say hello. Do you make me eat on my own? What kind of a wife are you?
You can wake yourself up in the morning. You're not in elementary school. Besides, the food you eat on your own is still prepared by me. And I don't say hello to you because you have been ignoring me. Was I supposed to say hello anyway if you ignore me? Why should I try to be nice when you're not?
You don't understand what it means to be a wife.
I do though, and from what I understand, being a wife is different from being a mother. You are an adult for crying out loud. You are an old man. It's quite embarrassing for a bloke like you to fully depend on a woman to get by.
Hey! Watch yourself. You get to live a decent life because I earn money. If you continue on with that attitude, I'll kick you out. I can disown you anytime. I have the authority to do that. You should try not to piss me off more than you already have.
I really don't care if you decide to disown me. But you should know that I'm not the one leaving this house. You are.
What, have you gotten mad? This is my house. No one is being kicked out but you.
Too bad, Owen. You see, this house is actually mine now. Your mom transferred the ownership of this house to me.
My mom did what?
Yep, you read right.
Why on earth would you do something like that?
Probably because you never did anything for her. You dumped everything on me, and she knew that. I should note that both of us also know that you were having an affair with another woman while I was busy taking care of your mom. She left you though, didn't she? But I'll be taking legal actions for putting me under distress.
What are you talking about? You don't have any proof.
Don't underestimate me, Owen. Of course I do. You acted like you owned me or something. Treated me like a slave all along. Your mom knew it and had a lot of sympathy for me. You should be ashamed that you made your elderly mother apologize for your behavior. It was her idea to join a nursing home because she didn't want me to live like this any longer. And when she did, she had all documents prepared so that she could transfer the ownership of this house. I now have the legal right to ask you to move out. So, like I said, you're the one getting kicked out. You better start packing the moment you get back from work.
Why am I hearing this now? Why didn't you tell me? You can't just suddenly make me move out!
You were telling me to get out a few minutes ago, though. You're telling me that you can, but not me? Well, you should try to understand that the wheels have turned. You can't act like a child and refuse to be treated the way you were treating others.
My mom would not choose you over me! You two didn't even get along when we began to live in the same house.
But I still treated her with respect and took care of her. It didn't take long for her to realize I wasn't a bad person. Or that her own son, on the other hand, was.
Wait, you need to give me a minute. I'm not following any of this.
It doesn't matter if you do. Even if you don't understand, it won't change a thing. You are leaving this house immediately. By the way, I don't think I need to mention this, but we are obviously getting a divorce. My lawyer will be contacting you with the details.
Erica, let's not be emotional. We should sit down and talk this through.
What? But you were ready to kick me out. What is there to talk about?
About our future, of course. Even if you own the house, how are you gonna make a living? It'll be too difficult for you to find a job.
Everything will be fine, because I got myself a full-time job.
Huh?
I never told you, but I started a part-time job a little while ago at a nursing home as a caregiver. They were impressed with the knowledge I had and offered me a full-time position. I told them you were about to kick me out, and they have been nothing but supportive.
They must be desperate to hire someone like you.
Caregivers are needed everywhere, you know? So my hands-on experience and qualification made me a great candidate for a lot of jobs in the market.
Wait, what? You don't have any kind of qualifications?
I do. I completed all the requirements while I was taking care of your mom. She really helped me with it, you know? So now you know. I have absolutely no problem if we get a divorce. In fact, I strongly prefer it now, so that is the direction we'll be heading. Pack your things tonight and go. You no longer belong in this house. Hi, Owen. I packed your stuff and they can be picked up anytime. As usual, I did everything for you. Now all you have to do is take them with you, and I really hope that will be soon.
Erica, please wait! We haven't finished talking!
But it's been a couple of days since our last conversation. I patiently waited, but you still haven't packed your stuff. I said you were getting kicked out, so get moving.
I don't want to go!
Sorry, I wasn't asking about your feelings. Aren't you embarrassed you still need me to do everything for you? I can't believe I had to pack your stuff after telling you everything.
I wasn't planning on packing anything!
Why not? Do you mean I can just throw everything away?
No, of course not! I don't want to get a divorce!
Oh. Well, sorry you changed your mind, but it doesn't matter to me. I wish to get a divorce very strongly. I hope we could settle things between ourselves, but it looks like we need our lawyers too, after all. I will inform him that you will reach him.
I said wait! You can't just ignore me and decide on everything! Just hold on a second, will ya?
I can't, Owen. I must go on with my life. And I have already given you a couple of days. I can't give you any more time. I want to clear the house before I officially start as full-time next month.
What do you mean you want to clear the house?
I'm selling it. I have to clean it while I have the time.
You're selling my house? Are you mad? You can't sell what my mother just gave you!
First of all, it's not your house, it's mine. And second, she knows about it. In fact, she recommended I sell the house when she transferred the ownership.
I tried to reach her to clarify things, but the staff won't let me in! They won't even transfer my phone calls.
Because she told me not to. She doesn't like how you yell when you get excited and worries you would scare everyone. It's not healthy, especially for the elderly folks. And for your information, she's not interested in seeing you either.
This is absurd! You're selling the house I grew up in, where I made lots of great memories with my family, and you are ambushing me to a divorce. What have I worked for all these years?
Don't pretend like you ever worked for your family. You barely handed me enough to put food on the table. Yet, you would always complain how boring my cooking was, and you were such a cheapskate about what the kids could buy. Even if they needed something for school, you would complain that they were being greedy. Do you know I used to pay from the money I saved before marrying you? And then I had to ask my parents sometimes if they would pitch in.
I've always worked for my family.
Is that so? Well, I'm sorry, but it never seemed like it. And it's kind of hard to believe since you had that girlfriend of yours. It's not really convincing now, is it? To say you worked for your family while you betrayed them. Besides, you treated me horribly. You thought I was a slave or something, didn't you?
Of course not!
Well, then how could you have mistreated me for years? I am human too. If you say or do nasty things to me, I get hurt. The reason why I'm divorcing you is because I can't let you hurt me anymore. I refuse to be your punching bag.
Erica, I'm sorry!
It's way too late for an apology. How could I accept it, huh?
I don't want our marriage to be over. These past couple of days, I've been reflecting on what I've done to you. And how I've been dependent on you. Please give me a chance to make it all up to you. I will make sure I learn how to handle things on my own.
You see, I have given you many chances, but instead of listening, you explode every time, telling me that I was being disobedient. You never changed in the past, so I firmly believe you won't be able to change one bit in the future. That is why we are getting a divorce.
I'm sorry. I deeply regret what I have done. I'm begging you not to abandon me, please! I can't live without you, Erica!
How pathetic. I thought I was old and worthless to you. That I only needed to obey you.
I wasn't being serious, I swear!
Even if you didn't mean it, it still hurt me. You hurt me countless times. You can't take it back now. An apology is way overdue and will not be accepted.
Erica, don't leave me! You can live however you please from now on. You have my full support. Please don't say you're divorcing me. Please, take me back!
No. You did this to yourself, Owen. I can live on my own. You should learn how to as well. Maybe start by learning how to use the microwave. Owen had a hard time accepting reality, and our conversation didn't move forward for weeks. I had finally had enough and left everything in the hands of my lawyer after a while. Thanks to them, our divorce was filed 6 months later. Foreseeing a divorce in the future, I had been collecting proof of his infidelity and abuse for several years. The collection was more than enough to confirm my grounds. It helped me win a significant amount of consolation money, as well as divisions of assets. I was very pleased with the outcome, that he finally got what he deserved. He refused to leave the house for a while, so I ended up calling the police to remove him. I sent his belongings to a storage to clear the house, and shortly after, the property was successfully sold. The last time I saw him in court, he was wearing a tired, wrinkled shirt that made him look very miserable. I heard rumors that he found himself a small condo, but because he doesn't know how to do any housework, his home is literally full of trash. I bet he still doesn't know how to wash or iron clothes, or take out the trash. Owen should know by now how much I have done for him all those years, and regret that he ever mistreated me. After our divorce, I invited my children for a celebration. My kids always knew what a horrible husband he was to me, and supported me throughout the divorce. It looks like he has contacted them multiple times for help, but knowing he would manipulate them, the kids have chosen to ignore him. As for me, I have gotten used to my full-time job as a caregiver. It has been a very long time since I've last had a job, but thankfully, I have been able to enjoy it. I am grateful for my mother-in-law for pushing me forward, and for my coworkers for giving me the opportunity to start a new life.
Jared! It's finally tomorrow. Our wedding ceremony. Yeah, it really is, huh? I'm so nervous. I might panic tonight and not be able to sleep.
Hey, you have to get some sleep. By the way, sorry for having to go into work the day before our wedding.
It's okay. I can't wait for you to see me in my dress tomorrow. I've really been looking forward to this day, so I'm super happy. Thanks, Jared.
Hey, no need to thank me. Actually, are you sure you're okay with me being the one you marry?
Huh?
I'm unreliable, and I suck at cooking. Plus, on the weekdays, all I do is laze around the house. So I thought maybe you'd be unsatisfied or something.
What are you saying all of a sudden? I'm already well aware that you're unreliable, that you suck at cooking, and that you're an indoors type. Have I not been dating you since high school? But even with that, I still choose you, Jared.
Oh, okay.
What's up? Did something happen?
Nah, it's nothing. Maybe I'm a bit feverish today and got kind of sensitive.
Really? Well, why don't you finish up work and come home early? Don't overdo it. If you end up feeling this way tomorrow, it'll be a big problem.
You're right. I'll do that.
If anything ever comes up, tell me right away. 'Cause I'll come flying. Jared! When you're all done, come to the waiting room, okay? And don't forget the ring! Ah, my dress is so pretty. Hurry up and come look at it! Are you not in the waiting room? The bathroom? Hey, seriously, where are you? I asked the receptionist, but they said you left the wedding hall? Are you at the corner store or something? The ceremony is going to start soon, so get back here. Hey! The ceremony is about to start. Where are you? Your parents are looking for you too. So many people have come today, but where in the world are you? Get over here now! Caitlin! I have an important announcement to make. Emily? What's this about out of nowhere? It's not really the best time right now. Is this about your wedding? So you already know? Who'd you hear about it from? This whole thing feels like it's straight out of a movie. For me, it's like a horror movie, though. Actually, I want to tell you something about that. Huh? What? Uh-huh? What is this? It's a picture of my wedding! What? Wait, so this is... It's Jared, isn't it? Standing next to her. And those rings that they're wearing. Well, that ring is mine. Sorry. Also, sorry about the wedding. No. What? Actually, the night before last, I was drinking with Jared. And then we got really into our conversation about our high school days. So, while talking about all this stuff, our feelings kind of exploded. Wait a second. I don't get it. When was this picture taken? Yesterday! It's such a beautiful place, right? Well, in truth, I wanted to get married in a wedding hall, but seeing as Jared's a little short on money, he rented me a dress and they set it all up for us. So nice! Seriously, he's my beloved prince. So basically, Jared ran away from our wedding, then got married to you? Well, yeah, something like that. I guess I just don't get it. Is this some kind of joke? I'm really sorry. I'm really a failure as a friend. But it looks like Jared loves me the most after all. So I thought, as a close friend, I'd tell you straight up. Friend? You call stealing my husband away on the day of our wedding being a friend? What are you even saying? Aw, don't get so mad at me. I mean, when you think about it, isn't this kind of a good thing? What do you mean? Ever since high school, I was always the more popular one, right? So I think Jared will be more happy having chosen me over you. Plus, it'd be no good having a husband that would this easily choose someone else, right? At the end of the day, this is the best outcome for everyone, you know? Don't act like you can just decide what my happiness is like that. Is Jared with you right now? He is. He's staying the night tonight. But for now, I think you guys should properly break up. I'll give him a call so that you can do that.
Caitlin, I'm sorry about everything.
It's too late to say that. Don't you have a conscience? You're the scum of the earth. I will not forgive you, no matter what you do or say. Do you have any idea how many people you caused trouble for today? And how many people you caused sadness?
I'm really sorry. But there was a good reason for that. I want you to listen to what I have to say.
What?
Caitlin, you liked me ever since high school.
And?
I was told not to talk to you about this, but I think I need to, in order for you to understand. Emily had a chronic disease. So, since she thought she wouldn't live long, she never confessed her love.
So?
It finally looked like she was getting better, and she said she'd keep living from there on out. That was when her parents died in a car accident. That was just too much.
So you thought you'd stick with her since you felt sorry for her?
Isn't she your best friend? I thought you'd feel a bit of sympathy or something.
Well, I don't. At least, not now.
I see. I didn't think you were such a heartless person.
What? You're the last person who should be saying that. No. Just think about it. I'm the one who should be sympathized with. I was so happy to become the wife of someone I loved. But I got walked out on the day of my wedding. Not to mention putting my wedding dress on someone else. And handing over the wedding ring you bought for me.
I feel bad for you, Caitlin. I do. But Emily needs me. I can't just ignore her. When I was told she liked me ever since high school, I had no other choice but to protect her from then on out.
Got it. Well, I'm over this. There was a lot I wanted to say, but now I couldn't care less.
What's with you, talking like that? Even though I went as far as to explain all of this?
Yeah, because I can't get behind anything you explained. Also, why are you pulling an attitude when you're the one that ruined the wedding?
It's true, I did a terrible thing to you. But as a human, I don't think I did something wrong. Anyone else would have done the same thing. I can't turn my back on that girl. She has the right to experience love too. I want to live without shame over my head.
Ah, is that so? Well then, do whatever you want.
I already sent you the divorce papers. They must have come already, right? That way I can stay firm on my decision.
Ah, gotcha. I regret getting legally married before our wedding. I'll ask you this one last thing. Do you have any idea what Emily's disease was?
No, I haven't asked. I thought it would be too painful for her if I brought it up.
That's hilarious! Do you think you've become the main character in some drama movie? Lol. It's actually pathetic how hard you've been fooled by Emily.
What? How have I been fooled?
Emily's disease. It was just seasonal allergies.
What? I don't believe that at all.
Well, a severe case of it anyway. That girl has always made a big deal out of everything. By the way, her parents are completely fine. In fact, they came to the wedding ceremony yesterday. But I guess since you didn't come, you wouldn't know.
Huh? Wait. What? What are you talking about?
After I got a call from Emily earlier, I went ahead and called her family. Apparently, she was fired a week ago after it was found out that she fooled around with a coworker. So then she got into it with her parents and ran away from home. I guess she got fed up seeing me so happy. After that, I called you. I never thought you were the type of person to fall for something so blatantly false. You fell for it hook, line, and sinker, huh?
There's no way this is all true. I won't believe it.
Well, it's fine if you don't believe me, but it's the truth. She had decided not to tell me anything. But I guess that's because she thought I'd be a big mouth about it.
So all of this is... No way.
If you're so unsure, why don't you ask her yourself? I mean, you guys are going to be together forever, right?
Caitlin,
What?
I got a chance to speak with Emily's parents. I guess it's true that her disease was a lie.
Oh, you mean her dead parents? Well, good.
Caitlin, I'm so sorry. Can you forgive me? I don't want to break up with you.
It's way too late to be saying all this. The divorce papers have already been taken care of. Which is great, because I don't want to see your face ever again.
You can yell at me, or curse at me all you want, but please don't say we're breaking up.
Do you have any idea how much you put me through? Or how long I waited for you? I am 100% sure we are not getting back together.
Got it. Well, could you at least not take half the money? And could you please not request alimony?
Huh? You better believe I'm going to squeeze every dime I can out of you. You cheated on me while we were legally married and ruined my wedding to run off with your lover.
I'm begging you. I really don't have any money.
Why don't you use all that money you saved for a new car? You want to live without shame, right? Pay up and bring this whole ugly thing to an end. You can't run away this time. I'm getting a lawyer and I'm going to destroy you. Hey, Caitlin! What have you been doing? Jared's been yelling at me nonstop. And he said he's going to break up with me. Well, you get what you deserve. You're the absolute worst. You don't feel bad at all for what you've done? Do you get a kick out of crushing people's happiness? I'm the one who should be asking you that. Just a fair warning, but I'll be asking for settlement money from you, too. Huh? And the money for the wedding cancellation fees. For canceling on the day, it should be around $38K. Oh, also, the wedding ring money. What the hell? Do you think I'm rich? Obviously, there's no way I can pay that. That's not my problem. You brought this all upon yourself when you selfishly stole my husband from me. OMG, you're like the worst person on the planet. How do you sleep at night? I guess this is why he chose me instead of you. Now that your wedding fell apart, no one's going to show up to the next one. Lol. What an embarrassment. You're the one that's an embarrassment. Oh yeah? I failed to see it that way. By the way, do you remember Jake? Huh? Jake. You mean that Jake? Like, star of the basketball team Jake? Yep. He came to the wedding the other day. I actually just finished up meeting with him at a coffee shop. What? He was there? I didn't know you still talked to him. Yeah, you used to have a big crush on him, right? I ran into him a little while ago. We caught up, so I asked him if he wanted to come to my wedding, and he said yes. What? No way, really? OMG, that's crazy. I really want to meet up with him. Will you give me his number? Please? I'm not actually going to give it to you. So you go from calling me an embarrassment to now you're asking me for a favor? I told him all about you and what happened the other day at our wedding. All the people who came were told about what happened. It's too bad, but it's just common courtesy. OMG, wait. You really told him? You used my name and everything? Well, duh. And as you'd expect, he was real pissed. He said you were the worst. He said he'd never even take another look at you again. No way! You really ruined your chance, huh? But you really were asking for it. Caitlin, please! Get him to reconsider! He's like my perfect type, and I bet he's even hotter now. I'm begging you. I'll let you have Jared back. I don't need him. I want nothing to do with either of you from this point forward. Any contact we have from now on will be through our lawyers. We're not going to be involved with each other ever again.
Don't say stuff like that. Let's meet once and have a chat, okay? I miss the old days of eating with you guys at your family's place.
You think you're gonna come to my parents' house? Everyone over there hates your guts. Yeah, my parents know everything. Your relationships are all really screwed, huh?
What?
But hey, this is really the best result for everyone, right? Oh well, nothing you can do to fix what you've done now. Good luck with your beloved prince. After that, the settlement money and cancelled ceremony fees were all paid. Looking at those two who suddenly got caught up in debt was quite the miserable thing. The money that Jared had saved for a new car disappeared in an instant. Jared asked to stay with his parents for the time being while he got his feet back on the ground, but they refused to let him stay. In order to live her day-to-day life, Emily's parents paid off her part of the settlement. Her parents, who had done so much for me ever since high school, were just as angry about what happened as my parents. In order to repay them, Emily's parents made her come back to live and work on their family farm. They took all her debit and credit cards away, so she couldn't get herself even deeper into debt. They even made her get a part-time job at a supermarket on the weekends. And of course, her pay would go directly back to her parents. There was one time that Emily ran away from there and came to me apologizing. But the timing was bad, because it happened to be while Jake was staying with me. She lost her mind and tore up the place, which became a whole thing with the police. Jake and I don't have that kind of relationship, but perhaps because he's looking out for me, he invites me out to lunch and hang out a lot. After all this blew over, I was able to start living on my own. From now on, while the hurt in my heart heals, I'd like to live in peace.